Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a pretty specific piece of AV gear, the Aurora RXT-8D-W. It's an 8-inch desktop control system. Our mission for you is, well, to figure out what makes this thing tick and why it's a big deal.
Well, the datasheet gives it away on the first line. It's billed as the world's first ReAX JavaScript-based touch panel.
JavaScript, okay.
Yeah, and ReAX is, it's basically a JavaScript engine that's purpose-built for these control environments.
So that means you don't need some super specialized programmer. Any web developer could, in theory, jump on this.
Exactly. It just lowers the barrier to entry. Instead of niche code, it's standard web tools.
Okay, so let's unpack this. The sources say the targets are conference rooms, classrooms, digital signage.
Yeah.
Pretty standard professional spaces.
Yeah.
But if the software is that open, what kind of hardware is it running on? What's under the hood?
It's surprisingly powerful. So it's running that ReAX server on Android 10.0.
Okay.
And it's powered by a 6-core Cortex processor, a 1.8 gigahertz processor.
6 cores and a little desktop panel.
Yep. And 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of flash storage, and you can expand that with an SD card.
So that's not just for making the menus feel snappy. That's for running some serious background tasks.
It is. It means it can handle complex control scripts, maybe some 3D graphics for visualization, all at the same time. Things older panels would just choke on.
And the screen itself has to keep up with that. It's an 8-inch display, 1280 by 800 resolution.
Mm-hmm. And a very wide 170-degree viewing angle, which is important.
But the spec I'm really looking at is the graphics handling. It mentions a 2D and 3D graphics engine. Why does a control panel need that?
That's where it gets really interesting for the pros. It has an H.264 streaming decoder built in.
Okay, so what does that mean in practice?
It means it can handle a high-def video stream, like a live feed from a camera or signage content right on the panel. No other hardware needed.
So they've really packed everything into one box here. It's not just a controller, it's a whole communication device.
It really is. You've got a 5-megapixel front camera.
Right, for video calls.
A digital microphone, even a little 1-watt speaker. It's the whole package.
But it's running on Android 10. I mean, doesn't that raise some flags for an IT department?
Yeah.
Security updates, long-term support? That's always a concern with Android.
That's a very fair point, and it's a trade-off. But the connectivity and ease of install often wins that argument.
How so?
Because it all runs off one cable. It has LAN RJ45 with power over Ethernet.
PoE.
Oh, that's a game changer for installers. One wire for power and data.
A huge one. And on top of that, you've got Wi-Fi, HDMI out, even NFC for tap-to-connect functions, plus 3 USB ports.
And they're not locking you into a proprietary development tool either, right?
No, the Core Studio tool for making the code and the interfaces, completely free.
Got it. Now, there are a couple of other details here, sourcing details.
Yeah, 2 important ones. First, it's TAA compliant.
Which means it's eligible for U.S. government contracts.
Correct. And second, it's stated to be made in the USA.
Okay, so for a professional piece of kit like this, what's the price point look like? It's definitely premium. Right now, it's listed at $7,798.
Oof.
But the source does mention there's a 10% discount code floating around.
So if we just step back and look at the big picture here, what we really have is a powerful little computer for your desk built on JavaScript to avoid being locked into one company's system.
That's the perfect summary. You're combining real computing power, that 6-core chip, the 2 gigs of RAM, with all the specific tools an AV integrator needs, and it's all built on that open, web-friendly foundation.
Which brings us to our final thought for you to consider.
This whole shift we're seeing towards a standard JavaScript-based control system, it's more than just a technical detail. You have to ask yourself, how might this move away from closed, proprietary systems fundamentally change the security and the flexibility of these huge enterprise-level automation projects down the road?